Hello, everybody. This is Driver. So it's been a little while since we've done some old content, and we are going to do that today. This is going to be a lengthy video, more than likely, because we are going to be going to Gnomeregan. Gnomeregan is a pretty good size instance. This picture does not do it justice. There's a lot going on in this place, and we'll get to that as we get there. So we're going to go ahead and start with here. We're on Wowhead's website, as always, to start out with. And you can find this under database. Go all the way over to world instances, classic. We're down here in 10, and there's Gnomeregan right there. I've already got it pulled up, so we don't need to re-click this. So this dungeon is almost, in my opinion, like a raid, and it probably was at one time, right? So there are more bosses than what's listed here. It's listing 5, but I've ran across a fair amount of them in here. I don't remember the exact total. I think they might have been older bosses that was removed from times past, so to speak. So in here, we have a lot of stuff in the drops. Well, just 39, but um, there's some transmog in here for those of y'all who are after that. There are some engineering schematics here. So you got these 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks like 5 schematics. That's all for engineers. Hunters can get a couple of guns out of here. There is this vial of green goo, which is a toy. Let's see, what else do we have here? There's some quest stuff that goes on that you get some of these access cards. We'll get into that as we get to there. And that pretty much sums that up. There are quests in here. There are 21 total. And most of them is probably going to be Alliance. There's some Horde quest in here. So you'll see these as you come in, like I was telling you before, and I'll point that out again as soon as we get into the dungeon. So there's that going on. You got quest rewards here for, finishing those quests, obviously, right? And there is one achievement in here, which is the Gnomeregan quest for completing the dungeon and killing the last boss, and all that fun stuff. So this is a good place to take a look at. I'm not going to read over all this stuff for you guys. You're more than welcome to go here and take a look. I will leave a link to this in my description down at the bottom, so just go look for that. And let's get in here and see what this looks like. I'll see you in a minute. Alright guys, so we are now outside the instance, or close to it. That's not quite the entrance. That is the entrance going that way. So this is the gnome starting area if you are unfamiliar with that. And we're going to show you how to get here. So this is New Tinkertown. Gnomeregan's in here. I'm going to click out one time. As you can see, we're right over here. And Ironforge is right here. I mean, if you're an Alliance character, grab a port to Ironforge. If you're a mage, obviously you can port yourself. You can grab a portal out of Borealis. If you're more than likely doing this on a higher level character, you've got a way to Borealis. You can either grab the boat from Stormwind over to Borealis. For me, my Hearthstone on most of my tunes are set to Borealis just because there's a Stormwind portal there. There's other portals anyhow. So that's besides the point. If for some reason you decide not to take a portal to Ironforge, you can always fly to Caranus. Man, I cannot do that one right. I've retried this video like 3 times because of this. But anyways, there's a flight path right here in Caranus, and you can fly to there from wherever you're coming from. That's all up to you. And you're going to have to manually fly or walk this path all the way over here. And it's, like I said, it's all up to you. I manually flew straight from Ironforge over here. It's no big deal. So anyhow, let's quit standing out here or flying around. So this is the way in. You'll just kind of cruise into here, and in here you'll get some people get confused. They'll see this and be like, "Oh hell, where do I go now?" This is kind of like a little elevator shaft. Just kind of wait for a minute. It'll open up. You can step in there, and it'll kick you down where you're going. So as you saw, the elevators there. And no, we're not going to turn into a pancake, even though I wanted that the first time I came in here. So we just cruise on down here. All this like green fog in the air, this is part of the gnome starting area, so kind of ignore all that. You ain't got to worry about all this. You'll see stuff popping up about cleansing the air and all kind of stuff. If you're a high enough level character, you don't have to worry about these guys, but I kind of help out a little. So you just kind of cruise through here, and you'll go to your left. You can go pretty much either path. It doesn't really matter a whole lot. Because you're going to go over here, and the easiest way to remember this is you're going to see this person here, which is, I think that's Bert hard to read. My text for some reason was a little small today. I don't know why. But this is a pet battle trainer. If you're doing pet battling and stuff, this is also a good thing for you to do while you're in this neighborhood. And the portal entrance is going to be just down this way around the corner. That's why I said it doesn't matter which way you go. And you're just going to run around here, and there's your portal entrance. And that takes you into the instance. So let's get in there. So like I said, this place is a little on the larger side. It can be a royal pain to navigate. There's a lot of people get lost in here, so don't don't think anything if you get lost. So this is kind of the beginning. This is just one floor of this. There's multiple floors, and there's also places that go different places, and we'll just kind of go through that. For the sake of this video, I know this is going to be longer because of how big this place is, so I'm not going to worry about killing every ad along the way. I'm just going to get the majority of the ads. You know, most of them I'm just going to let them follow me, or I'll just do my arcane blast on them, or explosion. They changed that on me again. And I'm trying to remember who the quest giver was. This one here is one. I don't think the rest of these are. It's been a long time since I've actually done this on this character. I do this a little bit on my hunter, but he's done all the quests in these dungeons, so just look around, because if you see, you know, like I clicked on him, so I'm gonna back up away from him. So how his name is green right above him. I'll zoom in for you. If he's like that and you have not clicked on him or her, then that means they possibly have a quest or something for you. They could be a vendor or anything like that. So just be kind of looking for that. And yeah, I mean, there's only so many ways you can go in here. Going to our right will do nothing for us. We need to go left, and this is gonna be our first boss. It's gonna be Grevis, and then we're just gonna navigate our way through here. And I get lost even still, so just, you know, bear in mind that a lot of these guys aren't even gonna really mess with you too much, and I'm high enough level they don't hurt. So matter of fact, that guy's even missing me, so I can just run through these. They're gonna follow you. You know, if you get tired of them, you can, you know, take care of them. It's up to you. It's all preference, whatever you want to do. I even have dark flight. I can just speed it up. You know, I can just get away from them. They're still gonna follow you. It is what it is. If you are gonna carry ads with you, don't carry them all the way to the boss. Just go ahead and take care of them now. Get rid of whoever's gonna follow. Not that it affects your fighting, but it does that kind of stuff. So bear with me just 1 second. Why did they turn that off again? Since the previous update, auto loot has gotten turned off. Well, no, it's on, but it's not. Oh, well, it's on, but it ain't working right. All right, so for this boss, it's pretty simple and straightforward. It's time consuming. You're gonna want to come over and talk to her. We're gonna zoom in a little bit for this place, just a little bit. You're gonna talk to her, and you're gonna help her out. You know, doesn't sound femalish, but so more or less, this is pretty simple. What we're gonna do is we're gonna come over, and you can see that you got these pile of rocks here and over here, and the rocks are gonna break through it, and then she's gonna set up explosives to block those tunnels back off again. And while she's setting up the explosives, then you're gonna basically protect her, more or less. So it takes longer to deal with all this than the actual fight really should be, but it is what it is. Okay, so we're looking at this tunnel. I couldn't remember which side we start with here. The main thing is you need to help her. If she's being attacked, then that's a problem. So don't try to let these guys just stack up and then AoE like 10 or 15 down. You can do it, don't get me wrong, but you're taking a chance of killing her. Then obviously you're gonna have a whole bunch of loot here. Move over a little bit. So basically, once she gets done setting these charges up, she's gonna tell us to move, and we're just gonna kind of go over and hang out with her, and we can just single shot, or if you got a multi-shot you want to use, depending upon what you're playing, then you can go ahead and just take off the remainders that are gonna pop through. So I'll go ahead and grab all my loot. And it's mostly just some junk and whatnot, so just wait for the explosion. And then she reblocks the tunnel. So there's a moment of silence, a chance to regroup back when you were doing this current content, and now this side is going to do it all over again. Alright. Kind of just step in here and take care of them like this if you need to. The main thing is that she does not get attacked. You know, she can get attacked a hair, but you know what I'm getting at. And the nice thing about with the mage, you throw the arcane explosion on, and it's literally a one-button job. So, you guys think you're going? You know, just kind of keep an eye on her. You know, it's basically when she's done, then you're gonna want to get out of here. Everybody, we got one more coming. We can go and step out though. No big deal. Keep going. Sure. Like I said, they'll keep coming. Those are your bosses. Just Gruvis, and as you heard, I got something I didn't have. And that's that. Pretty simple, straightforward. That's all there is to it. Also, while you're over here, as you've seen, I hovered my mouse over here. You got this box of assorted stuff. You can loot that. You'll find these in various places. I got some coarse blasting powder, which is nice because he is an engineer, so he uses that stuff. And so do a couple other characters. So that pretty much is that place, or that spot. Now we're going to go ahead and cruise on over to the next boss. Keep in mind that some of these ads do respawn in places. Most of these elites don't, but some of the other ads do. Like I said, I'm just going to drag most of these guys with me because it's just whatever. The only reason I don't drag the ads to that one boss is just because of how that fight is. It's time consuming. So you don't want to drag them right on top of her, obviously. Alright, we'll just stop here, see who's going to catch up. Ain't nobody hurting me. Alright, enough of that. As you can see, the rest just kind of gave up on me. So over here, there is another boss up here. And just be careful because you will fall off this platform if you ain't paying attention. There are boxes up here you can grab that have more of those little assorted parts in them. So it wouldn't hurt just to kind of walk around here and just double check, see what's up here. So there's a box right there. Go ahead and grab that and see what's in there. A little bit of mixture stuff. Him. Another chest. Actually is a chest, I mean. Actually, yeah, we go around this side. Yeah, I thought it was right. Is that where yeah, that's the direction I came from. That's really all that's there. I was thinking it was a boss there. I must be thinking below us or above us. There's, like I said, there's multiple layers to this place, so you just have to kind of roam around. So, So now we've taken care of this boss. We went up here and just grabbed those boxes and chests and stuff like that. You don't have to go get a lot of this stuff. It's just, it's extra loot, so go ahead and grab it if you can. Why not? I mean, you can just sell the garbage if you don't want it. So we're going to go in here. And like I said before, we're just going to drag everybody. So this here takes you down to the lower level. You can go left or right. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter at all, honestly. These guys. So some of these, like I was talking about earlier, they respawn. So that's why I don't worry about killing all of them, because eventually you're going to be coming back and killing them. I just deal with the ones that follow me. Like I'm going to just get rid of them for the moment. I'm not too worried about him. And just come down this way, and then there's a staircase over here. Now, we're not going to spend a whole lot of time in here. I'm not going to drag all these guys in here, though. So, alright, so this room here, this is a safe room. Every time I've looked around here, there is not a selling vendor in here. So keep that in mind. I showed my bags a minute ago. Come in here with a clean bag, with plenty of room to do this. Just like with any other instance. What's weird is that there's a portal here that you can't do nothing with. But there is a mailbox here. So if you do get overwhelmed with a bunch of junk, you could mail it to an alt, for the time being, so you can continue on. So on top of that, with that going on, you will get a bunch of these items right here. I'm going to drag this out for just a minute. It's called a grime encrusted object. And it gives you different things. So, what you do is you go up to these machines. There's one here, and there's a couple of them over that way. And you click on it, and it's supposed to be a quest. And for some reason, so this is new, it says my warband has previously completed this quest. So I've done this on my hunter a bunch of times. But you can still keep doing it. You just hit continue and complete quest. It cost you, well, it's now 3 silver. I thought that was 1 silver or a copper. It's still not a whole lot of change. But you do that, and just kind of wait for the animation. You can just keep doing this over and over again. Before, you had to click on that thing a million times. So I'm going to close that. And you get this little present looking thing right here. And you right click to open it. And we got some silver ore out of it. So you can come over here and do that. We're not going to waste 10 minutes just clicking on any of those. I have 15, 14 now. The staircase going up is the alternate path. When I said you could go left or right, and I went left, if I'd have went right, I'd have came down those stairs. So it's the same in one, if that makes sense. The reason I took you the other way is because you're going to go back this way. You don't need to come to this room. It's a good place to just, empty your bags out, do these little grime encrusted things, and be done with it. One thing you do need to do is these. And I don't have anything for that one. Just keep your eye open for that. You're going to get these punch cards, and they're in various colors. I can't remember all of them, and I think I have it bookmarked. So I'll try to throw that link in as well. Keep in mind, a lot of these guys are going to respawn, but we're going to go out this way. And now we're down here. So down here, you got one boss, and I believe it is this big guy over yonder. We're going to run over to him. I think it's him. Yes, this is him. So this is the boss in this room. He's done. Take care of his buddy next to him. So now that we're down here, you see we're in a whole different section. The dormitory is where we were just at. Where I was talking about. And actually that little room there is where we were at doing the little thing with the crime thing. So you're going to have to look at that and just kind of figure out where you're at, where you're going to go. And just continue on. A lot of times I come in here and I kill all this trash, take all the loot. You get a little bit of change off of them and things like that. That's all up to you if you want to do that. For me, I do, but you know, everybody has their taste. If you're in here just for boss and certain loot, then just come in here and get your loot and get out. If you want to have a little bit of fun hanging out in here, then just whack all these guys if you want to. So, now we're going to come down to here. I'm just going to go to this guy and we'll stop. Is that everybody that's following me? Like I said, for some reason, not all of them will follow you. So, next boss is up there in this lunch bay. You can go either direction around him. Me, I always like getting a lot of the loot. So typically I go this direction, then go up there and take care of him, and then I continue around, and then I go out this way. It's all up to you. So for the sake of the video, we're going to go this way, and we're just going to grab what we grab before we walk all the way up there, or at least go to attempt to kill the boss. Then we'll take care of all this trash. Whoever's still following us. That's our next exit. That's the next direction we're going. So currently all the bosses we're doing is actually considered bonus objectives in here. So just keep cruising around. Like I said, these guys don't even hurt me. And what level am I now? I gained some levels in this character during the festival, so I'm level 63. I would safely think that you could probably come in here with, I don't know, probably... there we go. Move too quick. There we go. So anyhow, yeah, you probably safely come in here with a fairly low tune. You don't have to come in here with such a high tune. So this is your boss here, and he's one shot. He's done. And like I said, you got to pay attention for these. So there's two here. You don't have to do both of them. But for some reason, it doesn't seem to be working right. Either I missed one, and it's possible. And I'm trying to remember what those were for. As you do one, then you can take that one that you did and go to the next one, and so on and so forth. And there was a few of them in there. I'll try to think to maybe add that to the end of this once we get out of the dungeon, just to save a little bit of time. So we're going to go ahead and run the sneakers on and cruise here a bit. Get back around over here. Alright, and so once you get here, you're just pretty much going to follow the path, however you want to do it. You know, there's only one direction, so just cruise along. If you want to fight these on the way or deal with them at the end, I mean, like I said, these ain't even hurting me, so I'm not scared of them. I'm not really worried about them. And then if you come down, then you can kind of see where you're going. Take care of his butt. Get him off me. Let's see. Looking at the map, just came from that way. We can go this direction. And I want to say there is another boss-ish person over here. But I really cannot remember. I want to say there's another one in here. I'm trying to remember if there is and where it's at. We'll just round everybody up. Some of them. As you can see, there's like mechanic tanks and stuff like that. Ah, these guys aren't even... I think any of these are bosses at all. So, but there is another doorway this way. You can go down. That doesn't hurt people. Come on. I want to make sure that we're not missing anything, because we do need to go over here in the end. We'll cruise down this way. Like I said, I get turned around here too, so if you get turned around, don't feel bad. Look at your map, try to find a way out. You know. There might not be nothing down here. I really don't remember. Those animations are bright. And a bunch of them just ran off. Alright, so I just got a quest here for Grime Encrusted Ring. That was one of the other quests I probably hadn't done yet. Got a door right here. This is obviously a boss. Yes, there's a boss down. But as you see, this is Mechner Thermoplug, and he is not on this list. Oh, he is. That's the last boss. We missed one. He is technically the last boss. So, in theory, you're done with the dungeon if you were only after him. But we're going to go ahead and continue this place, because there are more bosses in here, like I said. Come here. Animations are a little bright. Yep, for the most part, this is all about just navigating. So we'll come back over here. We'll make a right to continue the trail that we left. We're either going to take this guy all the way for a while, or he'll eventually leave us alone. I don't know. Got a few of them now. Alright, we'll stop here and let them catch up. Seriously? Alright, so in here, as you can see, this does a circle. So, it doesn't really matter which way you go. Obviously, the boss is here, but if I'm remembering correctly, too, at one time I remember this boss just kind of venturing around. Be quiet. Fucker. So, you can do this any way you please. You can go around and collect everything you want. If you want to, that's great. If not, no big deals. But we're going to just cruise along. If you don't want to drag them like I'm doing here, you can just, stop and take care of them at each stop. If it's easier for you, that's great. Which we're actually going to take care of them right here. Because this is our boss. I thought he moved around and patted around. Maybe he doesn't anymore, or I'm just remembering things weird. Don't forget to keep an eye out for these little boxes. And this is not our final boss here, because we already killed him, but he is now. Go away. So technically, we are actually done here. So there used to be a lot more to this place, and I think they removed a lot of it. So, for those that may wonder, Probably the easiest way out of here is like any other dungeon is to hearth out to your favorite place, whatever that might be. Or if you look on the map here, you can continue running and go down this trail, and there's a pathway that leads out, and it puts you right back out in the same place, if I'm remembering correctly. You know, most of you guys are going to just hearth out, which is what I'm going to do here in just a minute. So, um, I'm going to get that other Wowhead page pulled up, the one I was talking about with the punch cards. I can't remember exactly what all came with it, but we'll go over that real quick before we end all this. So I'll see you in just a few minutes. Okay, guys, so just a quick side note before we go over to the Wowhead page. So if y'all remember, I picked up the quest that popped up. And it's for the grime encrusted ring, and it dawned on me right after I ended the video, which I would have probably skipped anyway to get over here, so you wouldn't see me running back. But anyhow, um, that grime encrusted ring has a quest turn in right here on one of these machines. So the first time you come in here or you pick up one of those, you'll get one of those, and you just come over here and use the usual stuff. You're just going to turn it in. Quite simple. So, and then the complete the quest, and it does the whole thing where it gives you the little package, and just wait for it to spit it out. There we go. Or did it not give me one? We'll see a package. That might have just been the first time thingy for that. So, but yeah, just keep in mind, you know, look on your maps here for your quest to turn them in. There's also a new quest here that I can pick up and all that stuff. And also keep an eye out. I did see an NPC when I was running back that was also a quest giver that I walked right past. So you might see it if you go back a ways. It was not long after we left this room. Going out this way. So if you back up that part, you might see him standing. He was kind of in a corner, like over here, kind of like how this guy is, but he was kind of hiding behind a little post. So I really wasn't paying no attention to him, and I was just cruising. So it is what it is. So anyways, when you get done, you can come back here, and all these grime encrusted deals you picked up, there's a couple stacks of them here, and if you want to, you can go through and do all these here. It costs you a little bit of money, or you can just straight up sell these. It's all up to you. The stuff you get out of it, like I got that silver ore, you know, that's great, you know, if you're needing that for any of your crafting, that's a mining regen. So you get different stuff out of it. So it's up to you if you want to do that. So anyhow, guys, we'll see you over on Wowhead. All right, guys. So I dug through here and I found two that I could find in all my stuff here that I got bookmarked. So this is the yellow punch card. This is something I believe, if I remember right, you loot. I don't think it comes out of those boxes. And there's a bunch of comments on here about you start with a white punch card, or you used to, that's no longer in game. You get the yellow punch card from this, and then you get the blue, and then it just goes on and on, guys. I'm not gonna read all this for you. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave a link to this punch card down below, and I'm also gonna leave this as well. I'm gonna leave a link to this as well. You can go back and read all this. There's some comments on it and things like that. This is actually the punchograph that we were looking at in the dormitory, which is right outside that spot that I was showing where the mailbox was. So you can go through and read on this stuff here. I don't ever fool with these anymore because I haven't had a need to fool with them. They're a waste of time for me, if that makes sense. I think there are quests attached to these, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm not seeing anything here for quests, but I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. Read through it, do your research, see if it's really worth fooling with for you. At one time, if I'm remembering correctly, these punch cards is what gave you access to a room with a boss in it, so to speak. And once you completed that, there was another box there that you made another punch card that gave you access to the very next boss. That's how I remember it working, but it's been many, 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 many years since I fooled with that. I mean, that was back when I first started playing, probably around 2010 to 2012, when I really played that a lot and fooled with the punch cards. And I think the punch cards have kind of lost their relevance. But like I said, look it up and see if it's worth it for you guys, because everything I'm seeing here, I don't see a benefit in it. But at the same time, I wonder if there might be, because I have saved these links. Now, these might be some old links that I saved from a long time ago. um, for whatever reason. So, like I said, I'm going to leave links to both of these here for you guys. So you can go through and look at these, and also the Gnomeregan as well, because I stuck that up there to link to you guys as well. So, with all that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that it was informative. I'm sorry that I stumbled on a lot of things. It's been a while since I've been in Gnomeregan. Um, I still run it on my hunter, but I usually just, I usually run in and kill bosses. Sometimes I kill all the trash, sometimes I don't. I don't pay attention to certain things, and I just kind of go a direction. And then for me, I just run. I just go. Um, and this is one of those places, as you've seen, you don't have to go hit a certain boss and a certain boss. Those abilities were removed, I believe. So, anyhow, guys, I hope this is informational to you guys and helps you out a lot. If anything, maybe just getting there might help you out, because I know some people stumble on that because, back when you were leveling, you just did looking for group. So, with all that until, guys. So, I'm going to bounce out of here and get this edited and get it up for you guys. I'm hoping it's not going to be stupid long, but we're going to see. And it's looking like it's going to be probably 35 to 45 minutes long. So, I'm going to try to shorten up as much as I can, but we'll just kind of see how it goes. Y'all have a great day. I'll catch you later. See ya.